Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Is me teacher Sam. Today, I want to talk about a game-changing technique that can significantly improve your listening and speaking skills for exams like IELTS and TOEFL. It's called shadowing, and it's an incredibly effective way to enhance your language skills and boost your scores. I'm super excited to talk about shadowing technique that can seriously level up your listening and speaking skills. It's a game changer. So, are you ready to unlock your full potential and rock those exams? Let's dive into the step-by-step guide. Alright, let's start with the foundation of any language listening. Shadowing is like training a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger you get. When you shadow, you're actively engaging with the sounds, rhythm, and intonation of the language. You'll encounter a variety of accents, British, American, Australian, making those accents seem less foreign and easier to understand over time. Shadowing also helps you with the speed of native speech, training your brain to process spoken language at a faster pace. Imagine being able to follow along with your favorite English language movies, TV shows, and podcasts without needing subtitles. That's the power of consistent shadowing practice. So how do you actually do it? Find an audio or video clip with a transcript, put on your headphones, and start speaking along with the speaker. Okay, so we've talked about how shadowing can transform your listening skills. But what about speaking? How can shadowing help you become a more confident and fluent speaker? Shadowing isn't just about listening. It's about training your mouth to produce those English sounds naturally and effortlessly. By imitating native speakers, you can learn to articulate words more clearly and accurately. When you shadow native speakers, you're mimicking their every sound, intonation, and rhythm. This practice helps you understand the nuances of the language, including stress patterns and the melody of sentences. English has its own natural rhythm and intonation patterns, and shadowing helps you internalize them. By consistently practicing, you start to feel the flow of the language, making your speech sound more natural. As your pronunciation and fluency improve, so does your confidence. You'll notice that you can express your thoughts more clearly and engage in conversations without hesitation. You'll find yourself speaking up more in English, participating more actively in conversations, and expressing yourself with greater ease. This newfound confidence can open up many opportunities in both personal and professional settings. So how can you make the most of shadowing for pronunciation and fluency? It's important to choose the right materials and practice regularly. Choose audio or video clips with clear and natural-sounding speakers. Look for content that interests you, whether it's podcasts, audiobooks, or videos to keep you motivated. Pay close attention to how they pronounce each word, how they connect words together, and how they use intonation. Remember, consistency is key. Make shadowing a daily habit, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. The more you practice shadowing, the more natural and effortless your English pronunciation and fluency will become. Over time, you'll see significant improvements in your ability to communicate effectively and confidently in English. Let's be honest, speaking a foreign language, especially in a high-pressure situation like an exam, can be downright terrifying. The fear of making mistakes, the anxiety of being judged, and the pressure to perform well can all add up, making the experience overwhelming. But here's the secret weapon that shadowing gives you: confidence. It's like having a safety net that catches you when you fall, allowing you to get back up and try again without fear. Confidence in speaking English is built through practice, repetition, and getting comfortable with the sound of your own voice speaking the language. The more you hear yourself speak, the more natural it becomes, and the less intimidating it feels. Shadowing allows you to practice in a safe and controlled environment without the fear of judgment or making mistakes. You can repeat phrases, mimic intonations, and practice pronunciation as many times as you need. As you shadow native speakers, you're internalizing their rhythm, intonation, and natural way of expressing themselves. This not only improves your speaking skills, but also helps you understand the nuances of the language better. When you approach those IELTS and TOEFL speaking sections with confidence, you're more likely to perform at your best. Your anxiety levels drop, and you can focus on delivering your answers clearly and effectively. So, how can you use shadowing to boost your speaking confidence? Start by finding materials that you enjoy and that are at your level. This could be anything from podcasts and YouTube videos to movies and TV shows. Choose audio or video clips that resonate with you, that inspire you, that make you feel good. The more engaged you are with the content, the more effective your practice will be. The more you practice, the more comfortable and confident you'll become in your own skin speaking English. Over time, you'll notice a significant improvement in your fluency, pronunciation, and overall speaking ability. Shadowing is a powerful tool that can transform your language learning journey, making you a more confident and effective communicator. We've talked about how shadowing can boost your listening, pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. But there's so much more to it than just these benefits. But here's the icing on the cake. It can also supercharge your vocabulary and grammar skills. Imagine being able to understand and use a wider range of words and phrases effortlessly. Every time you shadow, you're immersing yourself in a bath of rich, authentic English language. This immersion is key to picking up nuances and subtleties that you might miss otherwise. You're encountering new words, phrases, and grammatical structures in their natural habitat, not just in the sterile pages of a textbook. This real-world context makes learning more meaningful and memorable. When you encounter new words through shadowing, they're part of a larger context. This context helps you understand not just the meaning of the words, but also how to use them correctly. You're hearing how those words are used in sentences, how they're connected to other words, how they convey meaning. This deepens your understanding and helps you remember the words better. Shadowing also works wonders for your grammar skills. It's like having a personal tutor guiding you through the intricacies of the language. When you're shadowing, you're not just memorizing grammar rules, you're internalizing them. This means you're learning to use grammar naturally and correctly without having to think about the rules. You'll start to notice patterns in sentence structure, in verb tenses, in the way words are ordered. These patterns become second nature to you, making your speech more fluent and accurate. So how can you make the most of shadowing for vocabulary and grammar? The key is to choose the right materials and practice consistently. Choose audio or video clips that are slightly above your current level. This will challenge you just enough to keep you engaged and learning. Remember, shadowing is not just about mimicking, it's about absorbing, internalizing, and making the language your own. With regular practice, you'll find your vocabulary expanding, your grammar improving, and your confidence soaring. I want to share a personal anecdote about how using shadowing led to significant score improvements in my language tests. When I first started using the shadowing technique, I was struggling to understand native speakers and felt anxious about speaking in front of an examiner. But after consistently practicing shadowing for a few weeks, I noticed a huge improvement in my listening comprehension and speaking confidence. I was able to understand native speakers more easily and felt more confident in my pronunciation and intonation. In fact, after using the shadowing technique, I saw a significant improvement in my IELTS scores. I was able to understand the listening passages more easily and felt more confident in the speaking section. This gave me a huge boost of confidence and helped me feel more prepared for the exam. So there you have it. By following these steps, you'll be using shadowing as a powerful tool to prepare for your exams. Make shadowing a daily habit, even if it's just for 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll see significant improvements in your listening, speaking, and overall confidence. So, are you ready to ace your exam with shadowing? Start practicing today, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips on learning English fast.